Rashi, the Torah portion, Chayei. We're in the fifth reading. We continue with the story of Eliezer, Eved Avram, servant of Avram, that is just found a bride for Yitzchak, Avram's son. So we continue with the story. Chapter 24, verse 53. And the servant took out clay kesef, articles of silver, clay zahav, and articles of gold, begadim, and clothing. Eaten Rivka, and he gave it to Rivka. Donays and delicacies. Nasan le'achiho lima, gave to the brother and to the mother. Rashi, migdonays, delicacies loshem migodim. It's so here it's using the word as fine fruits. Okay. Shehevi imay mine peres, Sheretz Yisrael, that he brought with him.
Follow the wallets. You can do everything. And talking about following the wallets,
he brought many different types of fruits from the land of Israel. They ate and they drank. Him, Nashim, Asheimai, and the men that were with him. V'yalinu, and they stayed over the night. V'yakumu, and they got up b'boker in the morning. V'yamer, and he said, Eliezer, shalchuni la'adoni, let me go to send me to my master. Yalinu, kol lina shebamikra. The word yalinu, to spend the night. Any term of lina that's in Torah, lina salayla echad, it means one night, a one night staying over. And he said her brother, Be'ima, and her mother, Teishe Banaira, let the maiden, the girl, remain to sit, but meaning to remain, Yitanu Yamim, to stay with us for, well, Yamim would mean days, or Yasara, or Asar Acher Telech, or 10. And we'll see, Rashi is going to explain that it means 10 months. Either for Yomim, days, and then 10. And so we'll see Rashi. Acher Tela. And then she'll go. So Rashi's picking up what happened to the father, the Suel. Doesn't say him, right? So Psul Heichan, where was Psul the father? Right, so he wanted to prevent Rivka from going with Eliezer. Malach, and an angel came, and put him to death. He died. Yamim, what does it mean? Days. Unusual term. Shana, it means a year. Kama yamim tiyagulase, as it says in the verse in Bamidbar. Actually, no. In Vayikra, it says that a period, Yamim, will be the redemption, and that means a year over there. So he explains, they were asking to postpone for a year to give time to prepare for the wedding. That's what you give to a maiden, a virgin, to prepare for her wedding. Shemas Chaydish, 12 months. To provide herself, with adornments, everything that's necessary. Oy Asar. So what does it mean then? 10. Asar Chadash means 10 months. Im Tamar, and if you want to say then Yomim means literally days, that we should take it right literally, then Rashi refutes that argument and says, "Ein derech hamivakshim," because a person doesn't usually make a request levakish davar muat to ask for something small. If you don't want, I'm going to ask for something more. Tein lanu meruba means give me something more. As if it means days, and then he says, well, and if you don't want days, then give me 10 months. That's, it's not a way to make a request. Either you're asking for first more and then less. If the more you're not interested in, so at least give me this. So a year, and if not a year, then 10 months. Right? That's how Rashi explains it, understands it. Verse 56, Yomer Aleihem, and he said, now Eliezer responded to them, Al ta'achru, I see, don't make me late, or don't that I should tarry. Hashem hitzliach darki, and Hashem, he made prosperous my path, my way. Shalchuni, send me off, and I'm going to go to my master. And they said in response to Eliezer, Nikra Lanaira, let's call the maiden Nishala Alpia, and we'll ask her what she has to say. What does she want? Shala Alpia. So Mikan, so Rashi says from here we learn She'ein Masim Isha, you don't marry off a woman, Elamidaita, only with her consent. I don't know how Rashi gets that. They were ready not to send her off. The only reason they're asking her is because there was this dispute between Eliezer and Lavan and the mother, the brother and the mother. And that's why they're asking her. It's not that they were asking her to begin with, what is your opinion? Are you ready to get married to this man? Who she never met, by the way. Right? So I don't get it. How Rashi says from here we learn that out. Okay, 50. 58. Hold on. Vayikra Rivka, sorry. Okay, Vayikra Rivka, they called to Rivka Vayimru, and they said, Aleha to her, Haselchi ima ish hazeh? Do you want to go with this man? V'temer elech. And she said, I will go. Rashi, V'temer elech, I will go miatzmi, on my own accord. The afi mein chareitim. Even if you don't want, I'm going. Right. Ask him if he has a few minutes. We're just finishing off Chumash Rashi in a few minutes. Or is he asked to leave now? It's not, yeah. Ask him if he has a few minutes. Okay. Okay. The Shalchu is Rivka, and they sent off Rivka Achosam, their sister rather. There's Menikta and a wet nurse. There's Eved Avram and the servant Avram. There's Anoshav and his man. The Yivorchu is Rivka, and they blessed Rivka. Vayimru, and they said to her, Achesenu, our sister, at you are. May you grow into thousands of myriads. And may your descendants take possession of the cities of their foes. Wow. Does that mean we have to go to Damascus now? $60. Ati allow may you come in thousands and myriads. May you and your offspring receive that blessing. Shenem al Avram, that was said to Avram Bahar Maria and Ma Maria. that I will surely increase your offspring. And it may be God's will, and that the offspring should be from you. It's not from another woman. That was the blessing they gave her. She should be the source of blessing of the Jewish people, which indeed she was. Talcum Rivka, and Rivka got up. And her maidens, and they rode on the camels, and they went after the man, Eliezer. And the servant took Rivka, and they set off, and they went. And Yitzchak was coming from Be'er Lochai Rai, and he was dwelling in the land of the south. Rashi in 62, so he was coming from Be'er Lochai Rai Shahallah, for he had gone Lohavi Hagar to bring Hagar Avram Aviv to Avram his father. She ascended that he should marry her. Right, Hagar, who was sent off, he was bringing her back. Who was doing that? Yitzchak. And he dwelt in the land in the south, Be'er, close to that well. Shenema, as it says, V'isa Misham Avram Artzik that Avram journeyed from the south region. Ben Kadesh Ben Shur, and he settled between Kadesh and Shur, V'sham Haya Be'er, and that's where this well was. Shenemar, Ben Kadesh Ben Be'er. Okay, as it says in the verse. 63. And Yitzchak went to meditate in the field, which meant prayer. Leaf, they said it before the afternoon. He was doing mincha. Right? He picked up his eyes, and he saw and he saw camels were coming, approaching. The suach, this meditation means prayer. And he pours out in prayer. Atisa Rivka, say now, and she lifted up Rivka, and say now her eyes, and she saw Yitzchak, V'tipo me'al Gamal, and she slid off the camel. Tipo really means she fell off.
She fell off the camel?
That's literally what it means, the word, right? But well, we'll see Rashi. Rashi explains. 64 potatoes, Yitzchak, and she saw Yitzchak also, Oisei Hador, she saw that he was Oisei Hadur. She saw his splendidness. And she was astounded. In other words, she saw his beautiful face. That was astounding. V'tipol, so Rashi says, what does that mean? He shmita atzma, she let herself down, la'aris, to the ground, off the camel. Targuma, as Onkelos says, v'is rachinas, hita atzma la'aris, she inclined herself towards the earth. But she did not reach the ground. It's like to bring down your jug. Tilt it, the Shemaim. The David Polo, the Utah. So he's just giving different examples. Kalaimar, the Yagia, the Karki. Okay. 65. Pataymer, and she said, Elavid, to the servant, meaning to Eliezer, who is this man? That's walking in the field, the krasena, to greet us. And the servant said, Who Adeni, he is my master. Then she took the veil and covered herself. He's It's a reflexive form, passive meaning. Yeah. And he told the servant, meaning the servant told everything to Yitzchak that had occurred. Rashi, Sapra Evid, the servant told over, Gilas Anisim, he revealed the miracle Shanasulai that happened to him, Shekavsalai Aretz, that he went there in a very quick time, Shenizdamlai Rivka, and how he met Rivka, B'tfilosai, in his prayers. He was praying to God, and then right away it came, Eliezer wasn't like the guy that, who's got a very important meeting to go to and he can't find parking spot and he's going to be late for his meeting. So he says, God, if you find me a parking spot right now, I promise I'm going to put on tefillin every day. And look at that. Right away, someone went out a parking spot and he gets it and says, never mind, God, I found one on my own. Right. So,
So you're saying Eliezer was like that?
No, Eliezer was not like that.
Not like that. Oh.
Right. He's telling about the miracles of God. Not, he's telling God's miracles. And now they get married. Look at this. And he brought Yitzchak, her to his tent, to Ayala Sarah, to the tent of Sarah, Ima, his mother. Vikach is Rivka, and he took Rivka, but the Elish, and he took her as a wife. The Heva, Veha, and he loved her, Yitzchak, and he was consoled over his mother, meaning the loss of his mother. Rashi. He brought to the tent. He brought her to the tent of Sarah's mother. Brought her to the tent of Rehi, Sarah Imai, and behold, she was Sarah, his mother. Kalaimer, what does that mean? So Rashi says, Shinas is Dugma Sarah Imai. She became the image of his mother. She calls Banshi Sarah Kayemis whenever the whole time Sarah was alive. Hayaner Doluk. There was a lamp that was lit continuously. The Erev Shabbos had Erev Shabbos from one Shabbos to the next Shabbos. And there was a blessing found in the dough that would increase miraculously. And there was a cloud that would be stationed over the tent. But once she died, Pasku, all these three things stopped. When Rivka came and got married and was in her tent, all these three things return. Breshis Rabbah. That's what. Achrei Imai, he was consoled after his mother. Derech Eretz, the way of the world is calls Manchi Imai Shel Adam Kayemis, and while a man's mother is alive, Karachu Etzla, he's attached to her. Kishemesa, when she dies, and Mitznachem Beishtai, he's consoled through his wife. Interesting.
One clarification. If Sarah's light was burning from one Shabbat Eve to the other,
yeah.
When did she light Shabbat candles?
Yeah.
Did she ever light?
So it seems that they went from one to the other, and right before Shabbos or something like to that, in that notion, it stopped, and she had to relight. That's the way I understand it. Good question. Because it doesn't necessarily lend itself, the words, to say that, right? Because it's saying from one Shabbos to another Shabbos, meaning from the eve of Shabbos to the next eve of the Shabbos, and then she had to, let the light then.
It says Eliezer left with the men.
Yeah.
I don't remember that it came with men.
Yeah, we had that already a couple of times. Gave food yesterday to him and the men, right? There was food for him and the men. That was actually, the beginning, right?
Here, right? Or that was yesterday, right?
It was both yesterday and today. But Yishtu, Huva Anashim, in verse number 54. And yesterday we also had it. Rashi said vigam because it says vigam eshte. I will also drink. What do you mean also? Because it's the men too. Rashi said that.
Oh, wasn't it supposed to be, you're gonna give the,
Rashi said from the gam that's what it's come to teach us. But there was another instance also.
please give me a little water to drink from your pitcher.
Rashi says in 44, the gam also means that Rabbas and Nashim Imo to include the men that were with him. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, folks. We'll see you soon. Bye. Anya. Thank you.